All right, we are back at home base. I actually can use the garage now. I was waiting on some parts to come in, and they came in last week. So I will give you guys a walkthrough of what we got. So we have a coolant overflow reservoir, which is needed to be legal at the track. Our heater core, our heat controller. Is that what that's called? Yeah, HVAC controller. To fill our hole in the dash with that. We have our power steering kit because for some reason somebody deleted the power steering on my car. So we have a new reservoir and some lines. Is there hardware for this? It probably is somewhere. We have a GK Tech drift button for the handbrake. And then we have a GK Tech, the little braces for the radiator because mine is currently zip tied. So, time to throw this all in the car. I also have this weird starting issue I need to diagnose. It's like, I don't even know what it is. I'll show you guys. Something electrical. Maybe the battery shorting out on the hood. So I do my normal routine. We turn all our switches on. And then I go to start, and weird, right? She has made it back to the garage. I also, in this video, plan on dropping this thing on the ground, lowering it for those of you that didn't pick that up. Because I'm tired of this monster truck fitment. It's not bad in the back. So this rear fitment is really not that bad. I could use a little bit of camber, or I need to roll this fender so it doesn't rub. But it definitely needs to be lower. And then the front is awful. Like, look at this. Look at all that gap. Don't mind this rust. Look at the gap. This needs to be 0. But, like, fitment-wise, I think the front's not gonna fit great. The rear, I could use another, like, 1/2 inch maybe with the current camber. No, I need, like, these are 17 by 7s, and I need, like, a 17 by 8.5. All right, so our drift brake is installed. How it works is it essentially deletes the spring. So when it's pushed in, you have an e-brake you can modulate and pull up on. And when you pull it out, it engages the ratchet to hold the car in place. Pretty simple, but very nice. I mean, I don't really think I'm going to need to use the e-brake that much in this car because I'm not going to be going that fast. But it's nice to have as a safety backup if I need it. Because, I mean, if I'm about to smash into a wall and pulling the handbrake. Sorry, phone filled up with storage. I really need to get a camera. I do this all off my iPhone with 128 gigs of storage, which is crazy. What was I going to say? Right, pulling the handbrake. If it's going to save me from hitting a wall, then I definitely want to have it. Maybe, I don't think it'll lock up good enough to, like, actually be used as a handbrake, but it's nice to have as a tool in my bag if I need to use it. Anyways, on to our next mod is the coolant tank, coolant overflow res tank. This just sits right here, and there's a bolt there and a bolt on the back side, and then this hose, which I have going to a water bottle right now, goes onto this little nozzle. Well, I found the root of all my electrical problems, and it's really bad. Yeah, it's worse than I thought. Let me show you guys. So you can see we have a radiator here and our wiring harness right there. But if we look down in here and we move the radiator, You see all those scorch marks? Well, let's come around to this side. Oh, look at that. That's wonderful. Look at all those wires that are just not how they're supposed to be. This looks awesome. Really awesome, guys. I'm so happy. I love this car. All right, we're making progress. I haven't actually touched any of the wiring mess yet, but the coolant overflow res is in, and it actually looks pretty good. Like, I feel like it kind of, I don't know that it clutters up the engine bay, but it makes the bay look more full and less, it kind of hides some of the mess, I would say. So we have our res here. It still needs coolant in it. It's empty right now. And we have our hose, which is routed just like that, to our radiator. Overall, doesn't look too shabby. I want to clean up this weekend. I'm going to clean up this wiring mess, because this mess is what moving around is what caused that to rub on the radiator. So we're going to clean that up and get this all sorted out, because I also need to put my power steering reservoir over here somewhere. So maybe that goes over there. I don't really know. So I have basically the whole front end off the car. And the reason for that is I want to tuck this harness up above here. So when I slam my car, there's no chance of it rubbing through the harness. So we're gonna have to do that. I don't know what this box is for. Maybe I think this is supposed to be in that box. I don't know. That was a painfully long process, but we got the harness all tucked up and repaired. You can see I got it all taped up, and I have it away from the radiator, so I shouldn't contact. And this isn't it's contacting a non-sharp surface now, so we should be good. I think the radiator has a little movement, as you can see, because it's not hard mounted right now, so that movement was letting it rub, and it rubbed through eventually. I also tucked my fender wiring harness. That way I can go lower and not worry about rubbing through that. I also cleaned up the engine bay a little bit, cleaned up some of the junk over here, taped some ends up, just made it look a little nicer. I still have to find a spot for this, a permanent spot. But I hard mounted my fuse box, so that's not going to fly around anymore. And I think this is going to go right next to it. All right, so we got the harness all tucked and everything all bundled up. It's time to start the rust repair. I'll show you guys. It's actually not that bad. There's just a little bit. There's a little hole back there. So I just have to redo this piece right here. The first step for this repair is going to be deciding what I'm going to cut out and what I'm going to leave. And then cut it out, mock a piece up, bend us a new piece, and then we're dialed. So right now we're doing some very advanced CAD. And by CAD, I don't mean SolidWorks. I mean some cardboard aided design. We get our cardboard in there, you mark it with a Sharpie, and then we cut it out with a razor blade and see if it fits. All right, so my ears are currently ringing because I've been grinding for the past hour and a half. So if I'm talking really loud, I apologize. I might be going deaf. But we're pretty much grinded. Oh shit, I forgot the flashlight. I'll show you guys what we're working with under here. Now we need to reshape our cardboard a little bit, because after I started cutting, I cut less than I was planning to, because there was actually a decent amount of good metal. So let me show you guys. Show you guys under here. So I don't know what I'm gonna do about this hole yet. I might just do a little tiny patch. this all gets covered by the side skirt, so you can see, nice big hole here. It's all nice and grinded. Plate's gonna go there, and then under here. So that's all gonna get covered up, and that's all gonna get covered up. I might need to clean this up a little bit more, actually. Right here. And then, I guess you can see better with that flashlight. iPhones are good. But yep, new plate is gonna go in, and it's gonna go from here to there, all up there. Oh, I forgot about this. It's a good thing I'm recording. I'm gonna also do a new little tiny plate and weld it in there to make box off this corner. So, still got some more grinding to do, and then a lot of cardboard aided design. My first big fab job, so hopefully it comes out all right. Welding skills, pretty bad, but I'll figure it out. Grinding skills, not great either, but we got it. So basically the process is cut this down to shape, and then you draw your shape on your sheet metal, then you cut it out. I actually have a plasma cutter, which makes this very easy. I am not fortunate in the ways that I have a ton of money to buy a nice car, but I have this awesome shop to work in. My grandfather lets me use his shop, which is, you can do pretty much anything you need to do here, which is awesome. I'm so thankful to have this shop, because without it, I wouldn't be doing anything. Anyways, we're going to get that cut out and then start mocking it up and bending our metal. I'm using, what is this, 16 gauge steel. I wanted to use 18. But this was all they had. So it's a little thick, but if anything, that'll help me with the welding, because I'll have more metal to not burn through. Low-key got used to the plasma cutter. If you guys are also worried, I did put a welding hood on after the first part to cut the second part, because I realized that it was probably bad to look at the plasma with your eyeballs. Parts came out pretty good though. Perfect shape. Now to go tack it up, get it start bending. Made some good progress. It is 1 in the morning and I'm exhausted, so it is time to call it a night and finish that up in the morning. I mean, I got a late start. I don't think I got back till I don't think I started till 4. So, we're gonna start early in the morning. Hopefully get that side done and get the other side done as well. It takes so much longer than I think it would, because you just I don't know what I'm doing. But we're figuring it out. Catch you guys tomorrow. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed this morning. I need my hat. Shout out Cletus. All right, so back to it. I got most of it, not most of it, I got some of it welded on there. So we're just gonna keep welding. You can see the patch right there, hold itself in place now. All right, we're done welding. Finally got my welder settings dialed on my last bead. So there's a lot of shit. There's a lot of stuff that doesn't look very good at all. But let's take a gander. So we got some pretty good beads over here. That's not great in there. It's pretty dialed. We got some boogers down here. Some boogers over there. Overall, I think it looks pretty darn good. Now we have the Make Me a Better Welder tool. Because, you know, grinder and paint make you the welder you ain't. Alright, so we got them ground down. I probably could go more at it, but honestly, I don't really care that much how it looks because it's going to get covered by the side skirt. So, this is our final product. Now it's time to undercoat and cover it all up. Alright, so our undercoat is all dry. I'm kind of in a rush. Looks good. I'm kind of in a rush. I'm trying to throw the car back together because I'm trying to go see some 4th of July fireworks. So I need to get all the body panels put back on in like the next hour. So we're gonna do a YouTube transition here. Are you guys ready? Watch this YouTube transition. Ready? And just like that, we are together. It is the next day. I'm kind of still in a rush. I gotta leave. I'm going to visit my grandparents in the other side of the state. So, I'll talk to you guys on the road and close this out. I'm gonna wrap this video up right here. This is what owning a 240 is like. It is 85 degrees out. I have no AC. I was just in stop and go traffic for like half an hour.